Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to get on here real quick and talk about stuff for Fallout. So if you don't know who I am, I'm a content creator who makes Fallout items from the ground up, and I just want to share with you one of the main pieces that I always make that people love to see, the cap stash. Now I want to share with you guys a little bit about my brain and how I decided to come up with these things. I'd like to put myself in Fallout. Like if we happen to have Fallout right now, years later, we come out of it, what would things look like in our universe? And one of the biggest things that I looked at whenever I saw Cap Stash was Altoid tins. The Altoids, mints, those are the tins that I'm talking about. I'm going to show you a picture right now. So I don't have an Altoids can with me because anytime I buy them, I'll go ahead and make them into cap stashes and I sell them or I give them away as gifts or something. So I don't have one on hand with me. But what I do have is this picture. This is one of the first cap stashes I made. It has the Altoids can. You can see it in the back. It has the paper that I have. I ended up burning the edges, making it look a little more authentic. And then I used my vinyl cutter to get the cap's name on there. So I still currently use the Altoid cans, but as a lot of DIYers and people who in cosplay will tell you, stuff like that gets very, very expensive after a while. So I was spending about $4 per can, and then I'm trying to flip them for $20 to $15 each, and you're already losing $4 of that, amount that you have. I do have mints from the last can that I used. But other than that, anytime I get them, I try to move them. But I'm going to show you another one that I found that I ended up using as a cap stash that I liked. So this is a Crayola tin that I found that I thought would go great as a cap stash. It opens up like a cap stash. You throw a couple of caps in there. You hide it. Great stuff, right? Well, then I would have to take out, the color, and I had to scrape it all off and, make it, and it is really, really big in the hands. And my thought of the game that the cap stash wouldn't be this big. They probably did have cans like this, but nothing this big. This one right here I found at a thrift store. I think I paid maybe $2 for it. That Crayola one I ended up getting for free at a yard sale. But this one here is $2. It is a vintage piece and it's in really, really good condition. They're throat lozenges. So this is for like if you had sore throat, something like that, mouth irritation. They would have little pieces in there, almost like a mint, or like a cough drop. Our version of a cough drop these days is what this would be. So I found this one for $2. I'm going to show you another one. This one I actually found at a different thrift store, and this one was pretty rustic, pretty, falling apart, which was great for the, the Fallout lore. Everything on the inside was great, but I ended up throwing a logo caps on there. It's the exact same tin as this, and that was really cool find that I could find that was, this and this piece. But yes, I ended up carrying this one in my pocket for a little bit. I had caps in there. I would leave them in secret places, just kind of like a little cool thing for people to find. But I upgraded since this, so check these out. So I found this one. This is an old cigar box, cigar tin, and this one right here is perfect. It has that good color on there. It's got some good, rustic, stuff on the inside. This one may not be used as a cap stash that I would think of, but this is pretty close of something that would be in our world that would potentially be used as a cap stash, going through a nuclear winter and hundreds of years in the desert, trying to survive. But I thought that was a really neat piece. I think I paid $2 for this one as well. Nothing too crazy on these. Some of them go for a lot, some of them really don't. This one right here, this is my new favorite one that I use as a cap stash. So this is actually an old light that I picked up at another antique store, and I only paid $2 for this one as well. And this would be where you would turn the light on and off. There's no more bulb in there, but this is where you would open it up. Let me get it open. Where you would open it up and have a battery on the inside, and I use it for my own personal cap stash. I have a bunch of caps in there that I use in all my videos and I give away. Cool little thing, has a nice little latch. But that's what I use as my personal cap stash, something that I would use in a Fallout setting if we ever were to go through one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take you to a different version of cap stash that I've been making, and I'm gonna be selling pretty soon. I'm gonna show you the first product to the second stage, And I still have to do the third stage, but I'm going to speed this process up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like right after I'm done with it. But this is going to be the new cap stashes that I'm going to be using. So of course it's going to be one of these pieces here. This is the exact same thing as an Altoids can before it's, you know, mocked up with the Altoids and all that. It's the exact same thing, exact same size. It's just a blank. You can get these on Amazon. You can find these, I think, at Hobby Lobby, places like that, little craft stores. But I thought it was the perfect size for a cap stash. But I needed to do rustic stuff like this too. This stim pack right here is actually vinyl sticker on top of all the pieces that I've made, but made it come out really nice. But I didn't want to put vinyl on here. I wanted to look as authentic as possible, and I tried different. So I tried using like peroxide with white vinegar and some salt to try to give it that rustic look, but the rust didn't stay. I would, you know, try to dab, you know, a little bit on it to get the wetness off and let it dry, and it would just peel right off. I tried to sand the piece down, and I tried to, you know, do it again, and it did the exact same thing. And I was just gonna put a clear coat and think, man, maybe that's gonna be it. I did want to do something like this too. So I did want to do like a spray paint on it, because these are all spray painted on there to make it look like rust. But I wanted to try to get away from spray paint a little bit on these. Sometimes spray paint can be a little muddy. I wanted to look as authentic as possible. So I recently got into airbrushing, and I've had one in my arsenal for a long time. I just never pulled it out. I never used it because I was, you know, kind of scared to use it. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't want to mess it up, you know. It was given to me by an old art teacher of mine that I grew up with. But I'm going to show you what I did with this piece, and I love it. I don't even want to sell it, but, you know, I'm going to be making more of these, so check this. So this is what it started off as. That's what I got. So all this has been airbrushed. It's been spray painted. Try to get the inside a little bit as well. But I think I did pretty good on the rust, making it look rusty. And now I'm gonna do something a little different that I had an idea while I was making this piece. I'm like, I need to make this cap stash stand apart from all the other ones. And I'm about to do it right now. I'm gonna speed up the process, and I'm gonna come back once I'm done. So I'll be back in a second. All right, guys, I'm back. That took me maybe about 10 minutes for me to do this. I had a couple of ideas that I wanted to do, but I think I got it. It's still wet because of what I put on there, but I hope y'all like the finished product. Here it is. I went ahead and put some neon green ooze out of it to make it look like it was, you know, radiation. And it also glows. So this ooze glows. There it says caps. And I got ooze all around it. So I thought that was a really neat idea. So it's still wet to the touch, but I'm gonna let it dry. And we'll go from there, but yeah, I think it came out pretty good. So that's going to be it for today, guys, on cap stashes, where I was and where I'm at now. I want to be doing a giveaway again. I think it's really cool that I'm able to give away some of my stuff. I do sell these items, so if you like them, please send me a message, let me know, write it in the comment, leave me a like, anything like that. I want to do, you know, giveaways, and I want you guys to have a piece of this stuff as well. But once again, I just want to show you the cap stash, and then we'll go from there. Pretty cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for that. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway pretty soon, and I'm going to give y'all a little hint of what to put on there. It's going to be the color of a poker chip that I have lying around here. So whatever color poker chip it is, that's going to be the word that you're going to put in the comment section. You know, so if you find that poker chip somewhere in my video, it's going to be that color. Comment that color, and within another few days or so, I'm going to go ahead and look through the comments, and I'm going to pick somebody at random to give away a piece. So love you guys. Thank y'all so much. I'm having so much fun making these items, and I'm hopefully, you know, hopefully one day I'll be able to make it big, you know, work for Bethesda, you know, and just make my art and sell it all day long. Love you guys. Peace out. If you want to catch me on Facebook, anywhere you at. Kingdom Art. Love you guys.